History Month, we're going to take a look at the resilience of the Greenwood District. This morning, though, we're not focusing on the downfall, but instead how the black community has continued to rebound and rebuild.
It was a network system from those townships that brought people to Tulsa.
Terry Backus says the Greenwood District can trace its roots back to 50 black towns scattered across the Sooner State, and of course, oil, the growing force for Oklahoma.
I believe those are the two factors of Greenwood being what it was.
Terry himself is a product of a father from Vernon and a mother from Tallahassee, two black towns, and says the lure of a good life in Tulsa is the reason for the growth of the Greenwood District.
My mom, brothers was up here next, my mom's sister was up here next, and eventually my grandmother came.
He says those who came here either started a business or crossed the tracks to work for an oil company, and the money they made stayed in that district. Times were good. So good, Dr. Booker T. Washington, founding father of Tuskegee University, had this to say.
I've been to Harlem, I've been to Memphis, I've been to Chicago, but I've never seen African Americans prosper like they are prospering in Tulsa Greenwood. And he called it the Black Wall Street of America.
Black families and black entrepreneurship thrived. Patricia Briekner says from Archer to Pine and from Lansing to Cincinnati, Craftsman-style homes were built for very self-sufficient black Tulsans, and the area supported 191 businesses.
It just boomed. I mean, they welcomed everyone. There was different types of people, different nationalities were here.
But all that changed in 1921.
Then we had this 18-hour massacre.
The 1921 race massacre was a dark period of Tulsa's history, but what you may not have learned is that Greenwood came back from the ashes bigger and better than ever.
And the people within a year, they rebuilt these buildings with their own monies, no insurance, no support from the city or the state, and did it themselves.
Freeman says from 1922 up until the late 1940s, Greenwood was once again booming. The Greenwood Cultural Center reports expensive homes lined Detroit Avenue. Greenwood Avenue housed the offices of almost all of Tulsa's black doctors, lawyers, and other professionals. And Deep Greenwood was a model African-American community to towns worldwide.
And it was known as the Little Africa of the Southwest.
It was up to over 300 businesses before urban renewal.
For a second time, Greenwood was hit hard. Patricia says that urban renewal, the construction of I-244, devastated the area, and desegregation allowed black families to shop elsewhere. Businesses suffered.
And today, all we have are these 10 buildings.
But all that's changing now. For a third time, Greenwood is growing.
We have 30 businesses, and 28 of them are African American. There's a 21st century Black Wall Street History Center. That's our new neighbor that's coming.
And there's a push to get Greenwood on the National Registry.
You know, most people think it is on the National Registry, and it's not. And so we'll get the tourism that needs to come, and they'll see the history.
It's like Greenwood has been on life support. But the next 50 years, you know, is the recovery.